What's going on, everybody? This is Leo.
What's going on?
From DGT Live, along with Rick and
Francisco.
This is your family-friendly show about gaming, movies, and pop culture, all from a family-friendly perspective. No cussing!
Daddy's perspective? No, no more.
No more daddy's perspective.
No, it's from a digital perspective.
Digital perspective. Apparently, a lot of the people out in the real world were having issues with the word daddy. So...
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, that's what it's come down to, folks. These millennials, they don't know how to cope. They don't know how to cope.
It's all Leo. That's all.
That's him talking right there. He does not represent the entirety of the show.
Well, I just want to remind our viewers out there. If you look at our earlier episodes from when we first started, you used to say like, these millennials, I don't get it. I don't get it.
No.
No.
Yeah, but that's in the past.
No, actually, he was probably saying, Millennia Trump.
Millennia Trump. That was before.
That's our first lady.
Actually, that was before that.
Have some respect.
All
right.
Put some respect on that name.
It's real hot, so we're gonna make it a great, compact show today. Not so much fat in it. We're gonna cut out all the fat, get right to it.
Just like Joss Whedon.
Oh, segue to a later stuff.
That's what I'm talking about, Napoleon.
That's
right.
Give me some of them.
Whoa, getting right onto it.
Yonder.
What's over here?
Patreon exists.
The screen is farther now, Leo. Can't handle it.
What's going on? What?
The screen. I used to be able to touch it.
Why is it all black though?
I don't know, Rick. You set it up. I'll fix it. Don't worry. I'll fix it.
What'd you do there?
Bam.
We're using the idea of patronage.
Just talk about this.
Oh, so Pancho, you had some information of what was going on with Patreon. What happened there?
Oh, yeah. So basically, Patreon, as many of you may know, it's a platform where people can get registered so that the people that it's your fan, if you have like a YouTube show, if you do some sort of crowdfunding or whatever, they can go and pretty much sponsor you, leaving you money every month. You pledge anywhere from $1 to $5 to hundreds of dollars to give to that person every month. Now it turns out that Patreon is getting the hammer down, guys, and it's saying that it will no longer accept pornographic content. And that's very broad because it used to be that, I don't know, like cosplayers. There's a lot of cosplayers in the community who tend to do some revealing cosplayer. They're not longer going to accept that.
Risque.
Yes, risque is the right word.
A lot of that goes to personal, I guess you could say personal moral choice.
Yeah, and they use that as rewards. Gotta explain that. It's basically if
it's
you pledge,
it's like a tier package, right?
If you pledge like $50 a month, you get like a topless picture per se, you know. So Patreon is saying no more, no longer. So
you know what, and I'm good with that.
Me too.
You know, it's one of those things where I think there's other outlets for that where people could go to.
Yep.
They don't need to be exposing everybody to that.
Mm-hmm.
Just the same way we have these trailers for movie trailers, right? Where
red band, green band.
They have, you know, the green band trailer for
for
general audiences. They have the red band
we do
trailers
for you guys.
that they're only showed to audience that are supposed to be like, you know, adult audiences. So I think this is kind of...
It's a good step.
Yeah. I think it's a good thing.
I got no beef with it, but I can totally tell how a huge chunk of the content providers, the ones that actually put their photos and videos and whatnot to sell,
they're no longer
going to
be
very
have a venue to sell.
Because that's a huge source of their income.
Oh yeah,
that's how they make some of their living, if not the majority of their living. So,
time to get a job,
not a majority, but a
real
good portion
job.
of it.
What?
I don't like talking too much about perverts. Let's move on.
Whoa!
Let's move on.
Millennials? No.
Oh, wait. Before we do move on, let me pause this real quick.
Pause it, Leo.
Julia's watching us.
Hi, Julia.
Melinda Stewart's watching us.
Hi, Melinda.
She says, a millennial is if you were born in the 90s, right? No. I hate that I am stuck in that category. LOL.
90s, I think, is still Generation X, if I'm correct.
No, millennials is 1984 and onward.
No. Is
from what I understand.
Oh no, you might be right. Yeah,
or I could be wrong. 86. It could be 84 or 86.
86, 84. Yeah, you're right. I was thinking of another thing. Wow.
Right, but
Why is my microphone loose?
It's right here.
Faulty equipment.
Anyway.
Not my stuff.
Oh, see, you gotta twist it. Let me give you a little bit of a tutorial here.
What kind of mic stand is that, Leo?
It's I took the sticker off of it, but
Oh.
yours is a
No,
Stagemaster.
it's a different one.
Stage Master.
A Tama Stagemaster.
It's pretty good microphone, as you can tell. The
No,
quality is really good.
Oh, the microphone is a Samsung Q7.
Oh, there you go.
You're using a Behringer, I think, right?
All right.
Which, you know, if
I don't
you're
know, Leo-
interested
Leo's
in starting a podcast or a show like us, pretty good quality.
Leo's,
Pretty
Leo's the
decent.
equipment guy.
And they
I
sound
don't
even
know what's
better
in
if you
front of
take
me.
this off, but then you get all
I
the
don't know what is that.
plosives.
Yeah. And we do
Yeah.
a lot of those.
Yeah. Plus, it protects against spit.
So what were we saying before Pancho
Oh yeah,
rudely interrupted you?
I didn't interrupt
We're talking
you.
about millennials, and it seems to me like
Last week's show,
recently-
Pancho, was actually a lot about our era and millennials. Did you
I know.
actually-
I saw it.
You-
I
you watched it?
Yeah.
It was kind of funny, actually.
I think it was more about our era than talking about other
I think it
people's.
was kind of
But
both.
we did
kind of
mention-
flip back and forth.
It's just I think this younger generation, the generation that we're raising, a lot of them
Instant
are
gratification.
used to have instant gratification, everything handed to them, so they're expecting everything to be just handed to them.
The funny thing is,
and that
Patron.
work ethic,
What?
that work
That's
ethic
funny.
that the generation before us had, has gradually been lost.
that
and,
ethic, that way of thinking that they tried to instill on us, which kind of half worked, half didn't, because a lot of our generation also isn't
all you know,
good.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's funny though, because we would always, like, at least me, when I was younger, I would always think that image of the grandpa getting the kid and spanking him on the butt because they misbehaved or whatever, right? That kind of image was instilled, like, oh, your elders, respect them, they're gonna punish
Right.
you, they know what's good for you. Some people took it, some people didn't. Now this new
Get in
era,
closer, Rick. Get in closer.
I'm here.
No, you're off screen.
I'm here. And this new era, it's kind of like that's not even a possibility. Like there's not even an image of that happening in the past. Like they don't have those kind of repercussions that we grew up with. Oh, we know we were going to get into some serious trouble if we did some of the things that we did.
Well, yeah, I mean, there are responsible parents out there that have raised their children upright, but at the same time, it's like we live in this society where
You raise yourself.
nobody's speaking up for themselves.
You raise
You
yourself.
expect somebody else to speak up for you and fighting your fights, and I think that's one of the things that defines us. That we still grew up in a generation where we still fought our fights. Yes, a lot of us got bullied, but we still fought our fights, and we became stronger for it.
So Amanda,
So, enough.
Hi,
on
Amanda.
That, enough on that rant. What's this about, Francisco?
This is the Nintendo Switch giving into your demands or something like that.
yeah, you had like 5 or 6 demands. What were they?
Oh, so you guys just added it without telling me about it?
No, we told you.
We told you.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I
don't
think so.
recall.
Yeah,
Maybe it was
yeah.
while I was driving here. You might have added it
it was
in the
probably
chat.
when you were fantasizing about PUBG. So,
That's
so
all he thinks.
they,
So,
they-
so
what did
what do
they
you want me
add?
to talk about?
What did they
then?
recently add or announce?
What is the reason why you would like to get one now?
Oh, I was joking about it.
The
Because
latest demand that you said that they supposedly
Wireless communication now? Or
Wireless
something?
Oh,
headset.
we already talked about that. I think last week where
No,
they
we didn't.
added
We
they
didn't.
added
No, we didn't.
Bluetooth capabilities to
Nope.
the Switch console. That was one of the demands that
Okay.
I initially had on it.
Yeah, that's it.
And
So Nintendo's listening.
I mean, amongst others, they almost right off the bat released a little adapter so you can charge it while in tabletop
There you
mode.
go. Yeah.
They've also released, not Nintendo, but third parties have released batteries where the charge is quicker than the drain of the console while you're playing it on the go. So that was one of the things that I was willing to compromise on when I came up with my initial demands for it. It's still going to take 1 or 2 more things for them to work out on it.
Giving it away for free.
But I still think it's a little bit overpriced.
Yeah.
If they would just add a pack-in game at regular retail, I think it'd be great. It'd be perfect. But they're just like one little extra decision away from
one
making it
tiny
work for
step
me.
closer to
Yeah.
convincing you, huh?
Melinda's telling us that she can decide if she should get one or not. What would you advise? I have one. I have one since like the second week that it came
Right.
out. I love it because all I play is Zelda.
Well,
That's me.
I think.
But
I think bottom line, it comes down to the games.
Right,
Melinda,
yeah.
it comes down to the games. What types of games do you play? If you like the Nintendo first parties and you like playing on the go a lot, this is a no-brainer. But if you like intense graphics, you have like the latest of the latest in terms of technology,
first
then
shooters and
I
whatnot.
would suggest going PC. Of course, that's going to cost you an arm and a leg to build a really good PC. Well, even not so much anymore.
No, they're starting to come up with like budget builds.
Generally speaking, you're looking at spending anywhere around the $700 range for a decent build. Anything higher than that, you'll get much better performance. It'll last you longer in terms of future proofing. However, I think PC is the way to go. If you're more of a person that likes to sit on the couch and play,
Exclusivities is also another.
Then get a Steam Link.
you could also get a Steam Link and have your PC double as your workstation, and the Steam Link is a little adapter that allows you to play your PC games
And Cody.
onto your television, as well as other applications that are available for it. But if you're more into the Sony exclusives, go with that. The only one that I can't really recommend is the Xbox. Because if you're going to get an Xbox, might as well get a PC.
Yeah.
Because all the same games are available for both.
I agree.
Switching topics for just a brief second, I think we kind of hit a gold mine of a topic when we were talking about discipline. We had 2 comments.
Oh.
I don't know about the breaking the broomstick on the back. I think that's a little over exaggerated. I'm hoping. Hopefully it's not true.
That was probably already broken.
It was already.
It was probably that week.
It was
cracked.
glued.
It was one of those toy brooms that are made out of foam.
I think we
I
grew
don't know,
up
just kidding.
having the same type of discipline that we knew we were gonna get punished if we did bad.
Yes.
It didn't necessarily mean a whooping that we were gonna be sore the next day or bruised, but we were gonna get some kind of physical repercussion that would involve us feeling some sort of level of pain.
Yep.
Uh,
So we knew better.
many people nowadays look at that as no, you shouldn't even think or consider.
Yeah, like that was torture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm
Overwatch.
I'm one for discipline when it's necessary, not just when you feel like, oh, you're not listening. Bah.
Yeah.
That's that's going over.
My personal philosophy on corporal punishment is that I'm not against it, but I'm not for it. Me
It has
personally,
to be like some time where they actually really truly deserve it. And it shouldn't be to the point where you're gonna really really hurt them. But like spanking is
it's
fine,
like giving somebody a little hot butt, just like a little spank to get their attention. And then once you have their attention, that's when you can really talk to them. But the I guess you could say the corporal punishment part of it, in the way I would use it, that I condone using it, is just to grab somebody's attention. Once you got the attention, then you can talk to them, talk some sense into them.
Stop doing it.
Yeah,
doing it.
yeah, because just hitting somebody upside the head or breaking a broomstick
No.
across
No,
their
I
back.
mean there are laws for that specifically.
In the long run, they're gonna resent you for it. And this is regardless of what the laws are. We all know what the laws are. Each state has their own laws for it.
You'd be surprised,
However-
dude. You'd be surprised. A lot of people don't understand that there is a certain limitation of. I mean, a discipline is a fine line.
I mean, I do get that, but at the
It
same
can
time, it's
easily
like
turn into
when it
domestic
comes
violence.
to the raising of your own children, laws be damned. You're gonna try and raise them the best you know how.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do that, and I respect that when you're doing it with the best of intentions.
Right.
But we also got to
Tracer.
understand there is a limit to what we can do in terms of
From
what
a
is best to our
non-OVS.
kids.
Diva.
But
From
at
a
the same time,
non-Overwatch
we
player.
can't let our kids take over and say, I'm going to report you. No.
Yeah.
Parents have also rights to discipline their kids in certain ways.
I think
as well.
that's a problem that a lot of parents fear that their children will get them in trouble.
That too.
Even yes, that has something
That-
to do with it. But I
sometimes.
think also a lot of it is it's like an easy way out, because really, what parent wants to beat their kid? Nobody does. When they say it's going to hurt me more than it hurts you, it's the truth. And if the kid says, I'm going to report you, I think the parent maybe consciously or unconsciously knows that they really can't do that for certain things. Yeah. But that's a way out of having to follow that course of discipline. But anyway, that every person has their own way of knowing how to get the attention of their children. Just please don't go overboard. Don't overdo it. Don't hurt anybody. And that's all I have to say about that. Justice League, guys.
Hold on. Back to the topics of video games.
Justice League, guys.
Okay. Justice League it is.
So, Joss Whedon has taken the reins of the DC.
We'll get to your questions at the end of the show.
Cinematic universe. We already say half because we already told you a few shows back that it's not going to be like Marvel. There's going to be different Jokers. There's going to be different Batmans. So, in this particular movie, Justice League, they had announced that Joss Whedon went in and trimmed like 50 minutes worth of movie. I'm sorry.
You say trimmed, and I see this guy, and all I think is about...
like
a handlebar mustache.
Oh, that because
Superman.
We already told you that he came back to do some reshoots, and he was already filming Mission Impossible movie where he's the bad guy. He has a mustache, handlebars, like
Can you
says.
see? Spoiler alert.
So he came back, and because they didn't allow him to shave the mustache, they redid it digitally. They removed the mustache by doing computer graphics. Most expensive, pointless CGI in history. Could have just shaved it, but no.
They didn't allow him to remove it. But I mean, I would figure that within a week and a half, he'd have a good, something that they could,
similar.
You could have just gotten like half-inch extensions.
I'm sure they would look a little bit different, and that's what they were afraid of. But I mean, I don't know. There was other ways around.
So Zack Snyder,
or they could have just waited a week or two when he finished his shoot with the other.
Yeah, Zack Snyder was in charge of this movie, and apparently he made a really, really long movie. From what Joss Whedon did,
that does not surprise me. Zack Snyder, that's his style.
So I don't know. I mean, it could be good, it could be bad. I'm disappointed on this franchise because I know it's not gonna keep going. And we already know that, and who knows what's going to happen to this franchise. And it's probably going to end with Justice League, and that's it.
I wish Ben Affleck would continue and with making more Batmans. I know we got one Batman at least coming up. But
do you remember?
I really like Affleck as Batman.
Now it makes sense. Do you remember those rumors where they were saying that Ben Affleck was not going to keep going being the Batman?
Right,
now we know why.
Exactly.
Now we know why.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
So now it all makes sense.
This series, I think, was doomed from the beginning. With it just seems like everything was like, bam, in your face. We have all these guys.
I mean,
instead of warming up to it, like you got the guys.
Yeah,
from the
they should have. But it was kind of like Marvel was over here hitting a gold mine, taking all these resources where they felt like we got to get in on this. So instead of taking their time to escalate to get to that, they just
like Marvel did. Yeah. And they should have just taken their time.
It would have been one of those situations where it's a long-term goal as opposed to a short-term
long-term return. Yeah.
Unfortunate.
So, but now, lazy man does twice the work. They pressure things. They try to do it the lazy way, and
2 directors later,
do it in a jiffy, and it didn't work out. It didn't work out. So they're gonna have to hit that reset button.
Yeah. Well, there's no. They already hit the. No reset button. They removed the reset button. It's gone. Right. It's done.
Rick, have you seen the new Star Wars trailer?
I have.
Oh, man. I gotta say, dudes, I'm a little more impressed now. Like I told you at the beginning when we first saw the teaser, I was meh about it. Now it seems more interesting to me, and I have a theory that I'm gonna share with you guys.
Leo was right.
So basically, there's a scene right here where Rey is training, and Luke says something along the words of, "I've only seen this once in my life before, and it didn't scare me then, but it terrifies me now." So he's clearly talking about Kylo Ren, showing that Rey is almost at the same caliber, if not more powerful than Kylo. And it shows you a glimpse that Luke is really not a Jedi. He never lived through the era of the Jedis where Anakin, Obi-Wan were real Jedis.
Although I have to wonder, like, was he talking about Obi-Wan? Was he talking about Yoda? Or was he talking about
No, I think he was talking
Anakin
about
Skywalker?
I think he was
Darth
talking
Vader.
about Kylo. Because he trained them, and obviously he turned bad. So
Right.
here's my take on this. I honestly think that Rey is going to become evil. And this shot right here that is all telling us that he's about to kill Leia, no, he's about to go try to rescue her. is what I think is happening here. Because if you look at his face, he's very preoccupied. She's like, oh, I'm about to die. But it's not because,
Christmas
he's going to go kill her like he killed Han Solo. No, I think they're playing with our emotions here.
Yeah, it's definitely like a... It could be either sided. They made it purposely so you can assume, oh, he's the bad guy. He's going to kill his mom to finish off his training.
I think Rey is going
to join the evil side. But yeah, it definitely
Luke is
going to
be able to get Kylo back. I think that's what's going to happen.
You know what, though? After watching this trailer, hearing Luke, Mark Hamilton's voice, I can't see him as Luke anymore. I see him as like the Joker voice. Like he's got that tone.
Yeah.
And I can't see him. Yeah, I can't see him as the hope, the good guy, the one that was gonna save everybody. Now he just kind of looks like a kind of whatever character now.
Yeah, so this is a movie where usually everything goes to heck, and I think Rey will be turned to the dark side. That's my take on it. Who knows? Wait till December.
I'm kind of hoping Luke kills every character in this film.
There's another theory. They're saying that Luke may turn evil.
So awesome if Luke replenishes the balance to the Force by him turning into a Sith.
That'd be awesome.
Because that was the big appeal, I think, in Return of the Jedi. Like, is he gonna turn?
He was about to turn.
He was about to, but then like he had a come to Jesus moment.
Come to Jesus.
And he was like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to forgive you, Dad. Spoiler. Anyway.
Moving on.
Moving on to the next official trailer. Green Band trailer.
This movie came out of nowhere. As Rick pointed it out to me earlier. I had no idea this was even a thing. And I have to say, I'm intrigued.
I definitely am, too. So we've heard about The Runaways. Hulu exclusive. We've heard about The Inhumans.
The Gifted.
Which unfortunately sounded like it bombed.
It did. It was bad.
There's the New Mutants.
Gifted.
Oh, Gifted. That's right. Gifted.
This is the New Mutants.
Which is Fox.
It's the X-Men, technically.
I don't know if it came out yet. I can't remember.
I think it did.
So in the midst of all of this, I was trying to, like get my mindset, like, oh, who's who, when is it coming out, or what's already out, and then all of a sudden this pops up
from
Marvel.
Like,
wait. What?
It's like it was not even on my radar.
Right. I was like, wait, hold on. What's going on here?
Yeah.
And then I read the New Mutants.
New Mutants is what it's called. Yes.
So I was like, wait, okay. So is this the Gifted? Is this what this is? And I was like, no, wait, but the Gifted is the Gifted. So what the heck is going on?
And it is coming from Fox, so it is in the X-Men universe, which is pretty interesting, I might add, because Marvel, I don't think they really gave it any follow-up. Because right now Fox owns the rights to the X-Men.
Right.
So they're like have free reign to do whatever they want with the characters, which kind of sucks, but that's how it is. But who knows? It might be good.
The thing with this, though, is it's called the New Mutants. They look like they're in some kind of a clinic, for rehabilitation, for testing or something. But it looks like a scary movie, like a haunted mansion
like
kind of, or a haunted clinic kind of thing.
That's what caught me, too. Like, it's like, what the heck is that? Superhero horror genre is what they're calling it.
So I was totally caught off guard when I saw this. I was like, wait, what? I mean, it looks
the idea of a superhero horror genre sounds awesome to me. However, from what I'm seeing on this trailer, I'm not
impressed.
I'm not impressed.
I mean, we're not seeing any superpowers or mutant powers.
To be fair, it's hard to impress Leo. So
no, I'm hard to impress.
That too.
Leo just doesn't care.
So yeah, I mean, it's just personal preference. I'm a wait and see type of guy.
That's true.
Wait and see type of guy.
Wait and see. We didn't talk about Odyssey.
Super Mario Odyssey, or as Leo calls it, Super Mario Odyssey.
Super Mario World Odyssey.
Super Mario World.
So
coming out this Friday.
I don't know. I'm still not. Really
I would have thought that
I'm
by
not
now.
hyped for it, and I'm a Mario guy.
By now,
even if I don't own the system, I'm hyped for Mario, but this time I'm not.
So remember when Switch was coming out?
Early indications is that this is going to be one of those awesome, great games. But I'm just not feeling it.
You know what?
When Switch was coming out, remember?
What makes me excited is that you can do the 2D mode where you can actually play like in the old 8-bit Nintendo
Really?
style.
I didn't even.
Yeah, you can get into the wall and then you.
Oh yeah, it has some game mechanics.
That is kind of cool.
So when the Switch was coming out, a little bit after it came out, remember it kept kind of like Super Mario Odyssey holidays 2017. Right. Yeah. So everybody was like, "Oh, a new title coming out." ever since then, like the hype died. Like there was no promotion of it. There was no updates on it really.
Yeah.
So when all of a sudden, like about 3-4 days ago, Super Mario Odyssey, I'm like, hey, whoa, what? It's out or it's coming out? What the heck? Like
Friday
already?
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah, it just feels like.
Not gonna lie, guys. I'm still addicted to PUBG. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
We know this.
That's my jam right now.
We know this.
I think it ruined my holiday season. I'm not looking forward to any games right now. I'm just like,
I don't think it ruined you. I think it saved you.
Yeah,
it's true.
It stopped the backlog.
It saved. It stopped the backlog from happening. I think I'm gonna be
from
good for maybe,
expanding. Yeah, I mean, it's
maybe
still there.
like a few years, perhaps. I don't know.
It's like everybody has moved on to like 50 other games. And
Except
Leo,
Leo,
like an old man hermit, just still on his computer, big old beard,
PUBG.
hair not
There's like
trimmed.
3 other people playing,
PUBG,
and that's
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
He's the only one on the server, and when finally someone randomly jumps in, Leo's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get him," and, and
They run me over.
and you still die. I was gonna say.
Interesting story. I was playing earlier today,
Yeah.
and
Surprise!
and the first time ever, and I was wondering since I first started playing the game, if there could be like a double knockout type of situation in the game.
Mm-hmm.
It finally happened.
Yeah.
I was about to run over a guy. He headshotted me, so I died instantly with the headshot. But almost simultaneously, my truck ran over him as I died.
Well, it wasn't a kill for kill. I mean, it was a kill for kill kind of thing, but it wasn't like a double knockout because technically he could have ran out of the way. He just didn't.
No, it was almost simultaneous.
Okay.
It was like
Agree
almost
to disagree.
simultaneous, like that one.
I thought you meant like you punched him and he punched you at the same time and you're like, bah.
Like Rocky.
Oh no, no, not like that.
But those are still awesome though.
Yeah, it was still pretty cool. I was like, oh, now I know.
And
It
we
can
didn't
happen.
talk about this. Let's talk about it real quick.
Oh yeah.
What do you think, Leo? Super Nintendo themed.
I want one.
Nintendo DSL.
I want one, but I don't want one.
We don't need it.
PUBG
Let's just say
PUBG
we
won't
want
allow
it,
it.
Just
but
say-
we don't need it.
Let's just say I don't want the 3DS XL. I don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
But anything that looks like a Super Nintendo, I want. That's what I mean.
We gotta give it to Nintendo. They're being smart about their marketing strategy because they know Super Nintendo Classic is hot right now, and everybody wants something themed like the Super Nintendo.
Yep.
Yeah,
they
who
know
knows?
they got us when it comes to the nostalgia department.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah,
So
gotta give it to them. Who knows? I might consider it. It comes with the game. It's like a $55 value. It's included.
Yep.
But I don't know. We don't need it, guys. We
Yeah.
want it, but we don't need it.
They can't make a digital game time console. It will be too epic. It would like blow up in their hands.
yeah.
Like with the
Before we
Leo's
leave, I want to
5.
just say Amanda had a question earlier. One of our readers, our viewers. What is your favorite Overwatch character?
I answered
Cisco.
Tracer.
Tracer.
Yeah, I like Tracer.
Okay.
She's cool.
Rick.
Reinhardt,
Reinhardt. Which one's Reinhardt?
the big armored
Ape?
German guy.
Oh, German guy. Okay, mine's still
Diva.
Diva. And it was the giant ape guy. Winston.
They have Halloween skins right now, don't they?
I think so.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Got to jump
So-
back
I have
in there and play
I
them.
have not played that game in like
I haven't played it since PUBG.
way before PUBG for me. I mean, we're talking about like more than half a year since I played that game.
I
Oh,
only
really?
played it
Probably
like
close to a
3
year.
times. And only because, I have that motion sickness thing. I can't
Right.
handle it. I only played it for a bit and that's
Mm.
it.
Oh,
Was
It's a
All
real
right.
thing.
did we have
Well-
any? Did we have? I think we had another question. Did we?
No, just Alfonso's casting of us into the
In the
Justice
Justice
League
League.
universe. I'm Batman apparently,
Aquaman, apparently.
and you're Aquaman
I guess.
or Rick or what? One of you, whatever.
Oh, no, I'm Cyborg. I'm
You're Cyborg. You're Aquaman.
Sweet. I've always wanted long
Ladies
hair.
and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us for another edition of DGT Live.
Hot,
I'm Leo,
hot,
along
hot.
with
Hot DGT. Rick.
and
Francisco.
until next time, enjoy your games, love your families. Ciao.
It's digital game time!
It's Daddy's game time.